Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Juan here from Physical Media EU. Today we have a comparison video. Today we're comparing the Green Knight exclusive release from the A24 shop and this German release also of the Green Knight that I have reviewed before in this channel. Hello again and thanks for tuning in. So we have these two versions of the Green Knight to compare. So the first one here is an exclusive release from the A24 shop, and this other one is a German release that you can get on Amazon, and actually I have reviewed this already in the channel. So let's go one by one and see what are the differences. If you're interested in seeing the full review of this release, you can find the link here in one of the corners of my previous video with the whole all the content. Besides that, you can find also on the Instagram account the detailed pictures of this release. Also, Instagram, you can find me as with the same handle, Physical Media EU. So this release comes with this C card. You can see here. It's nothing very special. Has some like the synopsis of the movie and so on in German and some technical details about the release. Then when you take it out, you find this very nice cover, in my opinion. Here the back also very nice. So on the inside, one can find here the 4K disc, and on the back of this also the Blu-ray disc. So this is actually a very nice thing about this release. It actually contains both discs. In addition, it has this booklet you can see here, which is about 24 pages. If I'm not wrong, we can go over it very quick. But what you need to know, or the most important thing to know, is that the text is in German. So if you are like me and don't understand German, it renders a little useless. You can see here, it is actually quite text heavy. The text, which I read partially using Google Translate, is mostly about the legend of the Green Knight and the origins of this legend, and also some other related stories. You can see it's some of the pages, I would say like one every two, kind of has some images which make the text a little more light. So the important thing to know about this version, and I will use the information in the slipcase to read this, is that this release has the Blu-ray and the 4K. As I said, it's a German release, so it has the audio comes in English and in German, the same with the subtitles. It's a plus that it has English subtitles. Not all the German releases have it, but this one does, so that's actually one of the things that led me to buy this version. And the audio track for both languages is DTS HD 5.1. A very nice thing about this release is actually the extras. It has about an hour and a half of extras, where there's a video which is about a little over 30 minutes about like behind the scenes and how the movie was made. Then there are some other very interesting videos about the typography and how some things were filmed. There's interviews with the director David Lowery, with the protagonist Patel, and there is one more if I'm not wrong. But I think in general, also this is a quite new movie from 2021. I think there's a lot of extra material, so that made this release, for me at least, like a very good one. Moving on, let's explore the A24 Collectors edition for the Green Knight. You can see behind me here, I have also the Midsummer version, and compare. They are exactly the same size. A24 does this with their collector's editions, which some people are not so happy about because they don't actually fit in the shelf when you might have your other movies. I don't see that as a con, actually, because I think these releases are so special that you actually don't want to have them in a normal shelf. In my opinion, these releases are to be displayed on the front and not like on the side or horizontal or vertical. So the first thing you notice when you hold this is that this case is kind of like, it is carton, but the texture if it's as if it was leather, and as if the typography was like pressed or burnt into the leather. So here on the front we have the title of the movie, and here directed by David Lowery, and here on the back we have some information also about like who the actors are and so on. And here it has this number, which when I first saw it, I thought like, okay, this must be some secret code or something that I don't know would be interesting to Google about and see what this is. But actually, it's just the ISBN of the book that it has inside, so nothing too special there. So this opens here on the side, and we are presented with this book, which like both covers are amazing. Honestly, I think this release is so nice. And you can see here it has the 4K disc, and here the book. So the first thing you want to know about this release is that actually it doesn't have the Blu-ray. So when you buy it, you have to select either if you want the 4K or the Blu-ray. There's only $2 difference, so nothing if you have a 4K setup, of course you will choose the 4K version. It's a little sad, I think, that it doesn't include both discs, but when we talk about the price, maybe this is a good choice. So the booklet in the other release was 24 pages, and on the other hand, this one from A24, you can see here, it has 61 pages. So there's like, it's quite significant difference. Also, I think the content is much more interesting in this version. So the contents of the book is it has an excerpt of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and what is very interesting about it is like you can see here is the black text here, the main text, but it has these annotations in red on the side that these are original annotations of David Lowery. So it says some things, how some of these things were inspired, some things on the movie, some things that he tried to do like the closest or the most accurate way he could find to do it, and so on. So it's a nice testimony, I think, of the film. Besides that, there's a screenplay a little later on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Right here. And then a little bit more towards the end, there's some custom design sketches and some extra illustrations. You can see here. So it's very nice. Then a big difference, I think, regarding the other A24 Collectors edition that I just mentioned from Midsummer is that the Midsummer release doesn't have any extras. I thought that was such a bummer when I got that one, but it's a relief to know that that's actually the only Collector's edition from A24 that doesn't have extras. Then this one, The Lighthouse and The Black Man in San Francisco, all of them have actually very good extras. And to my surprise, I thought that this version was going to have the same extras as the other release, but actually it has like all of them are different. So I was shocked when I saw that, especially because the behind the scenes, which is also available in the other one, in the other release, is only 30 minutes, and here is an hour. So I was like completely surprised by it. Another extra that this version has that I thought it was like fantastic is a featurette with Daniel Hart, who composed the score of this film. So that video is about how he composed the score and the instruments he used and other artists that he collaborated with. I think Daniel Hart is an amazing composer. He also have worked with Lowery in other movies, including A Ghost Story, one of my favorite ones. You can also see it here. So it's very nice to see them work together, and it's very nice to see how Daniel Hart works. If you don't know him, I suggest go check him out on Spotify because he does amazing stuff. Besides that, there are other featurettes in the extras. including a featurette about visual effects, which was also very revealing to me. There's behind the scenes, as I was saying, and also a special one about custom design. Besides the featurettes, you can see here also in the book, these contents are listed here. There are other very interesting things. First, there are 2 short films by David Lowery, which I haven't seen before. You cannot have found them on YouTube or anything. So this is like, also when I saw that they had this as the extras, I was like shocked. One of the shorts is only 2 minutes long, so maybe that one was not that mind blowing, although it is like but it was still quite disturbing, I have to say. And then there's another one which is actually 20 minutes long, if I'm not wrong, and that one is closer to the fantasy world of the Green Knight, and also very interesting, I found. And lastly, there are 4 deleted scenes and a promo video for the RPG game that they also have at the A24 store called The Quest for Honor, which I haven't played. I'm not an RPG person, but fans of the movie and fans of those RPG games, I'm sure they can enjoy. So an important thing to mention when comparing releases is the price. Normally, I don't talk too much about prices in my reviews because prices may vary, right? Maybe you are watching this 5 years after I recorded the video, and what once was a high price tag just because it was new, then maybe today is widely available and is much cheaper and you can buy in bundles and so on. So price is not something that I normally talk about. But at this point of time, comparing these 2 versions, I think there's something to mention here. In my opinion, the A24 exclusive here, you can only buy from the A24 shop online. The 4K version cost $47, $45 for the Blu-ray. Shippings are normally very expensive in A24. I have also talked about that in my review of the A24 membership. You can also see the video up here if you are interested. And if you are outside the US, those shipping costs balloons and make the prices very expensive. At the time of this video, I checked how much would it cost to buy this and get it delivered here in Denmark, in my case, and it was, I think, about $83. So it was quite pricey. On the other hand, this one you can buy from Amazon Germany, and the regular price is about 35 euros. And actually, if you're lucky, sometimes it's on discount and you can buy it for low 20s. So there's a big difference in the price there. Honestly, I think that this version from A24 is actually the best you can find of this movie. Is the best of these 2. It's amazing. This release is like so well made, and like the content is amazing. The picture quality of the film is outstanding, actually, on both of the films. But the price tag is a little high, in my opinion. On the other hand, this one is a very nice release, very complete, and for the price, I think this might be a better option. So that's actually what I did. I got this version a while ago and I'm super happy with it. On the other hand, this version was lent to me by a very good friend of mine. Thank you so much for it. Now that I have seen it, I have had it in my hands, I actually might consider if the next time I buy from A24 if I should get it as well, because it's actually very, very good. All these collector's editions look amazing, and also the fact that all the extra content of this release is different than the other actually made me feel okay. Like this is not only the presentation of the film, so there's another good reason maybe to get this release. So that's it for the comparison. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please, you're welcome to subscribe. Also, you can find me on Instagram with the same handle, Physical Media EU, and I would love to hear in the comments if you have any of these 2 versions, what you think of them, or if you plan to buy any of them. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all at Okie Dogs.